Hello and welcome to a new video on this channel. It's been a while, but we're going to jump back into Dragon Quest 1, formerly Dragon Warrior for the Nintendo Entertainment System, and we're going to be taking on the final boss, the Dragonlord. If you haven't yet, please like and subscribe to this channel. I appreciate all the views. Okay, so about 2 years ago, I started a series on this game that I never finished. So I decided I'm going to go back and do that. So I'm going to do that now. So this is Dragon Quest 1, and this is where you start Tentacle Castle, and you're going to be leaving, and we're going to be going all the way around to Dragonlord Castle. I'm going to skip ahead because it's quite a long journey, and it's shown in my other videos. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and jump right in. This is Dragonlord Castle. You see the starting point there. You want to check your stats. If you are not at level 20 or above, it's going to be very difficult. You can get in and get the sword, Edric's sword, which I show in another video, but you can't. It's going to be tough to beat the Dragonlord himself. Now, when you start, you see the whole first floor. There's a door on the left and there's a door on the right, but you want to skip both of those. Now, you need at least one key to be able to get through the maze, 2 if you want to open up some treasure chests. Now, spoiler alert, in the very bottom level, it's light again, and you can see a room with treasure chests. I already went through it the first time, and I do not show that on this video. But I'm going to include a link to a map in the description. You want to search behind the throne here for the hidden staircase. And in the map that I'm going to show for GameFAQ.com, thank you, by the way, shout out to GameFAQ, it's going to have a listing of the items. There's really nothing you have to have. There's a door here, so that's the one key you have to use in order to proceed. But that'll show you the maps. Here you go down through the door. You're going to go left all the way to the far wall. Now, if you have a monster like this wolf monster and you want to go ahead and just attack and kill it, if you can kill it in one hit, go right ahead and you're down and keep going left to hit a far wall, then go ahead and do so. Some of the other monsters, particularly some of the magic users, I just am going to run away. We'll talk about fighting the Dragonlord here in just a minute, but the main goal of getting through this maze right now in getting through, fighting through the monsters is you want to make sure you save as much magic points. Now, periodically, when I'm fighting a monster or whenever I check my status, you'll see my HP. 134 is the max, but if you, oh good, critical hit. If you which you should have Edric's armor, you pretty much can't get into this castle without it. When you walk around, going down to the next floor, it regenerates your HP, your hit points. But your magic points, your MP, it's going to be difficult to you can't regenerate it. You got to preserve it as much as you can. So this is a magic user. So let's see if we can run away. There we go. So then if it doesn't say the enemy blocks your path, that means you successfully run away. We're going to go up and left, and this one you're going to make basically a big loop all the way around. When you get a little bit further across the top to the right, and instead of taking the far left path, you want to take the inner path, and that'll lead down to a staircase. But basically, you're starting in the center, and you're looping up and around left and all the way down to the more bottom right. So like I was saying, we'll talk about strategy to fight the Dragonlord here in a little bit, but the biggest thing is that you're going to have to heal yourself a lot, and you need to save all your magic points. The mid-heal spell costs 8 MP, but it regenerates 85 to 100 MP. Oop, blue dragon, let's see what happens. Okay, good. I was able to escape. So by escaping the enemies, you're going to be able to preserve your magic points. You're going to be able to get away faster, and you're going to hopefully be able to get to the Dragonlord. There's the next staircase, so we're descending. Now in this room, you're going to start down kind of in the middle. You want to go up a tiny bit and then a little to your right. And so you're basically looping around. You're kind of in the bottom middle, and you want to find the far right edge there. And then you want to go up and around. Now, I should have mentioned If you have a map or if you know the path very well, you don't need extra light. Unfortunately, in this game, it doesn't allow you to stack torches. It allows you to stack herbs. So if you do want to regenerate your health quicker, what you could do is, I think I have a stack of about 5 or 6 herbs. And so if you need to use them, I would not recommend using them in battle, because most enemies, as soon as you heal to 25 to 30 hit points, they're going to automatically just knock you down a level. Or they're going to, as much as you heal, they're going to just take it away right away if it's an herb. So don't do that unless you're not in a battle. If you happen to be in a battle and let's say you find an enemy that puts you to sleep and all of a sudden you're down in like the 20 hit point range, you need to go ahead and use the mid-heal spell. So do that unless you want to just start over. This one, you want to follow not this path. This right here area that I was just showing you, that leads to kind of a never-ending staircase. The upper left staircase, the one going up, that's how you get the sword. And again, that's in another video. If you take the stairs down, you're going to end up in a never-ending loop. And so just avoid that entirely. You'll know you're going on the right way if you're heading down and then right. And then whenever you take the next after this enemy, the path will be going up, and you'll see these square pattern of 4 blue pillars. Once you see the 4 blue pillars right there, now you know, okay, this is the exact path you're supposed to be going. So you're going to go down here, and then you go down until you get the bottom, and then you'll see it goes left. And if there's a line of torches, not just 3 torches, but a whole bunch of torches, I think that was like 6 or 7, now we're on the right path, okay? And you're just basically, I'm moving around the room, but basically if you take a shot straight right, you'll end up at this little alcove, and there's the stairs. And this is the final boss, and this is the finest level of the dungeon. Now, on the screen right there, you see there's a room with treasure chests. That's what I was talking about before, where if you want to go in and claim the treasure chests, some are empty, some have like an herb, some have gold. I think one has a chimera wing, which allows you to zoom back to the castle. There's nothing really of that importance. One of them also has a cursed belt. It just says the belt, but I know from playing Dragon Warrior, if you put it on, it starts hurting you. So just basically that room is there if you want. You do need a key to get in. So again, you need to have at least 2 keys if you're going to do that. At this point, we're going to be fighting the Dragonlord. I am currently at level 20, but I will show you in a minute what happens when you fight the Dragonlord. The best strategy for fighting the Dragonlord is honestly just attacking. I have seen in other videos that if you attempt to put him to sleep, that it's very low probability, but a very possibly that you could put him to sleep for a couple of hits. I wouldn't recommend it though. Oop, red dragon. But it didn't see me, so I'm going to go ahead and attack, and then I'll get another one. There we go. So, oh good, he breathed fire. When you fight dragons, if they breathe fire, it's actually better than if they attack you, because breathing fire, that one only got 12 hit point cost, and if they attack you, it's like a 25 to 30. Now, this is actually the first thing that happens when the Dragonlord changes to that dragon form. This is what happened the first time. I didn't save enough magic points, and I died. So then I tried it a second time, and I got down into the 40s, and I thought it was a good idea not to heal, and I died. So the first 2 times I went through did not work. So after I get through this monster right here, then you'll see what happens. I'm actually up to level 21. And so this is you meeting the Dragonlord, and he offers you half of the land. I'm not going to say yes. I'm going to say no. If you say yes, he offers you the, quote, dark half of the world. Ha, ha, ha. And the game actually, like, ends, sort of. But I'm going to go ahead and say no, and I'm going to fight him. So you'll note that my HP is up to 144. So that's the max on level 21. So I was asleep briefly, but it woke up. So again, just basic attacks. If you have Edric's sword and you're at level 20 or 21, that's going to do enough damage that it'll work. And when you get anywhere low, you have to heal. I would recommend if you're below 50 healing, especially if you're fighting the dragon, not the human form, but the dragon form. Because you'll note that when you hit him, when he hits you, that one took 29 points of damage. So he's taking close to 30, if not 40. Now, when you fight him, his human form is pretty strong, but then it comes back and he changes into his Dragonlord form. And this form of the Dragonlord, this is the hardest enemy in the game. Second hardest is the human form. So you go ahead and you fight the dragon form. So now you see my hit point is at 64. I can probably attack one more time, but I'm going to have to heal after he gets me. See, 45 points of damage, then you have to go and you have to use the mid-heal spell. If you just use a regular heal, it's not going to cut it. You've got to use the mid-heal and do that. And you notice that he gets a couple of hits each time. So he might actually hit you twice before you get a chance. And again, down to, if it's yellow, that means you're low. But you basically have to be in the above 50 HP range to be safe enough to attack. So 66, I'll get one more attack in, but then I'm going to have to heal. Yep, see? And you also notice that he has different levels of fire. The text is going by fast, but it'll say breathes fire or scorches you with fire. There's different levels of fire attacks. 49 is pretty on the border, so I'm going to go ahead and heal. So anyway, I did see a thing online that if you're at level 19, your chances of winning this battle is something like below 25%. But that if you're at level 20, it goes up to something like 75 or 80%. And they said if you're up to level 21, you're at the, quote, difficult to screw it up. Oh, there you go. However, when I mentioned this to my wife, she said, have they met you? So anyway, you beat the Dragonlord at that point. You get a blinding light, hold it aloft. And once you get that power of the light back, then the evil is banished. Dun, 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 dun. So here we go. And so then at this point, you're basically done. I'm going to cut to returning back to the castle. You can just walk around now. There's no enemies left. So you go back to the castle, and there's a different because there's these soldiers lined up, and there's the king. And so if you can talk to these soldiers, some of them say nothing other than thanks to you, we are in your debt. And they say, quick, hurry to the king. And so you can talk to him if you wish, but a lot of them say, hurry up to the king. And then he basically says, oh, you are the great hero. We are in your debt. Yes. And then he offers you his kingdom, but you don't have a choice in this. Your character says, nope, I must find my own kingdom. Thank you. And the king says, okay, so be it. And then go forth, and he sends you away. And before you leave, someone says, but wait, I prithee. I'm not sure what prithee means. Maybe it's like, I beg of you, take me with you. And then you have a choice. You can either take her for your bride, or you can say no. I think it's a loop. If she says no, she says, will thou not reconsider? So I just said yes. So therefore, basically, he picks up Gwalin, the one that you saved, hopefully you saved, and the credits roll. So, thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed my new music for intro, and you're going to hear it in a second for my new video, new editing. So, all right, have a great day. Please watch, subscribe, share, and of course, comment. Thank you.